Howdy peeps, doing another video. It doesn't really fit in with the theme of the channel, but it fits in with the theme of my disrupted life. So I kind of told you guys before, I think if I'm not mistaken, you can see that fountain right there. I always try to strategically place the camera. It's kind of bright out here. It's kind of nice. At least there's no rain, no storms, no major wind. I don't know how the camera's going to pick up this video, but so anyway, I'm going to talk to you about one more time. I don't know what episode I'm. I kind of stayed away from the topic, but dementia. It's a serious problem. Um, I've spent some time, I don't know, with my mom for the last, I don't know, 18 hours or so, and you know, I want to say some things. I don't know how to say it gracefully without just being totally direct. She has dementia. Like, she's progressively going downhill. I don't like that she's going through that, but I'm going to give you some examples of what you could incur if you run into this in your family in the future. So it's kind of windy here. Hopefully it's not picking up all that breeze. Uh, uh, so I think it was yesterday. Don't quote me on this, but she has a calendar to a schedule calendar for taking her medications. I don't know if you've ever seen like an elderly person's like a daily like pill thing, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever. Um, she has two of those. So uh, she's doing the best. She's trying the best that she can do. And but my concern has been for a while, since the person who was the power of attorney has kind of like taken over full duties. Like, it's kind of hard for me to sit back in the background and not have a legitimate say. But so I'm going to just try and get to the story. I'm sorry, it's kind of hard for me to talk about this, but dementia, it could strike your family at some point. You probably don't think it could. It may strike me in the future. I kind of, sometimes I worry. Like, am I the next victim? Is this going to hit me like in 10 years or whatever? Am I going to live past Tuesday? Some of the things I worry about. But let me tell you some of the symptoms that I've noticed firsthand, and I really don't like it. But so she's recently started going to like a memory care facility, and I guess they kind of like coach her up, or evaluate her progress, what have you. So I'm going to get back to the pill cycle. So what I've seen, she has a chart for the daily thing that tells her what to take on what day, you know, and the memory care facility, I guess, has suggested she just puts a black X through it after she has accomplished that little feat or goal, whatever you want to call that. So, but I noticed she has two rows of pill daily pill dispensaries. The top one is supposed to be the one. Well, I say the top one, the way it's placed at her residence is supposed to be, just one pill daily, whatever. than the other one. It's like it's kind of whole. It's like more complicated on the other pill dispensary daily dosage. I don't, it's kind of hard to describe this without showing you the cycle. But so she, I kind of worry about her because when I was there, was it yesterday or the day before? Whatever, I was there a little bit day before, a little bit yesterday, and I kid you not, I'm not exaggerating. I'd say in like 20 minutes, she asked like 15 times, like, what day are we? And I thought she was talking to the pharmacist, and then I kept coming over and pointing to her that, this we're the 20th or whatever, and kept showing her. So it's like she hears it, sounds like she comprehends it, but she doesn't comprehend it. And then, so like literally like a minute or two later, I hear her talk to the person on the phone, like, what's today's date? Are we October 26th? And like she literally, like, I hate to say this, but just has no concept of time or date and reality. So it kept going on back and forth. So I I I truly do not remember if I was in the shower or the bathroom, but when I came out, I was hearing all this, and this continued for quite a while. So I kept going over to try and assist her. I'm thinking she's talking to the pharmacist, but I guess she was talking to the power of attorney, and he was trying to talk to her how to, you know, complete the process. So I tried to assist her. I didn't find out later who it was because trying, whatever. So no, right at this point, it's no big deal. I'm just trying to help her get through. I'm pretty much there as trying to help her, through the process as much as I can. So it's the things that will you will notice. I almost said aggravated. It will aggravate, but you will also notice is repetitive questions of the same topic. What day of the week is, like stuff like that. You're gonna hear a lot of repetitive, and you're gonna think it's like no big deal. But when you hear it in a short period of time, when I say a short period of time, like 15 or 20 minutes, same question, and you're trying to be nice and polite and explain, it can be very frustrating. But other avenues of dialogue can be perfectly normal. So it kind of like it will upset you because in one, like, I don't know what you want to call it, one section of the brain, it can be defective, but the other parts can be okay for a short period of time. So it's just like it's very, very disheartening. I don't know. I'm trying to be politically correct, and um, so I cooked a meal for my mom last night with the limited capabilities I had. With my mom's French, she kind of likes gourmet meals. I didn't have the ability. I didn't have all the ingredients to do like a gourmet meal, but I tried to make it feel for her that it was like a gourmet meal. It's meat raviolis with a bunch of other ingredients. But so it's not going to get better. I know that. I pretty much she knows. She's trying to do the best she can, and but she just struggles. She keeps looking at the pills and medic. That's all. Her whole day consists of laying down, getting up, check her pills, and her pills. But she doesn't even know that. Like, she doesn't remember if she's already taken a pill or taken. So I kind of worry that she's you know you know I don't think she's going to overdose, but I think she's taking too many pills at times. The power of attorney, who is my brother, he's trying to do best he can in a compromised situation. I'm trying to be politically correct, and so it's just a very, very sad scenario. Um, it, it, you really don't want to go through this. It's not like you have a choice, but sometimes, you know, like I've been dealt this, I've been dealt the hurricane, been dealt homelessness, like like whole, unemployment. So like, you know, most people can handle it, one card at a time. But when all the cards are dealt on your plate at the same time, it's kind of like, man, it's like, kind of sucks. I know what my bills are coming up. I know what the income is coming up, especially for the next week, which is not looking real promising. So I'm going to be talking to some people about that. But um, so anyway, the dementia thing, I'm trying to get back on track. I'm sorry, I kind of got a little sidetracked there. So the dementia, it's like it can strike in so many ways. Like literally, it could be like I told you, my mom was pretty pretty good. Uh, as far as I'm concerned, she was fine until her husband died, which was June 30th. And after that, she kind of like, woo, gradually started going downhill. I started seeing signs. I just thought it was like, depression or, what have you due to the death. And I kind of felt like she was trying to hang on, stay strong for him. But like, I know the brain doesn't work in the same cycle with the heart. So she, right now she's not in a very good position. She's trying. She does not want to go in a home. I don't want her to go in a home. And but like eventually, people have to make the right decisions, and um, I I don't have a say in that matter. Um, can can she live at home for a while? Yeah, I think she can. She's going to need some nursing assistance, but it's just some of the comments you hear, like I could tell her, I'm just going to use an example. I'm not trying to embarrass my mother. I'm just trying to tell you about the process, the cycle, some of the things you may see or experience if you ever have to go down this road. So, like, she might ask me, like, are you working tonight? No, no, mom, I don't work for 3 or 4 days, whatever. I'm just giving you a hypothetical example. And then, like, she might ask the same question like 4 or 5 times, whatever, or just like it's like the repetitive questions of things you've already told her. It just does not absorb. But it, I could ask her how to make like a quiche, a quiche pie, and she could boom, 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 spit out the recipe like with no problem. It's just crazy how like dementia like start starts deteriorating certain parts of the brain, and you have no capacity to regain that. So I know why the memory care thing is going on right now, and it's going on in a few different ways, but it's like there's so many more things I want to say. I don't feel I can say it on tape or on video for future potential issues, I guess you could say. Um, but I try and want to share with my viewing audience, not a big audience, but um, it's like dementia is not a cool thing to experience. My goal and my hope is to get back to, eventually showing some pretty cool fishing videos, some camping videos, and you know, I that's why I keep coming back here. basically, I'm, you know, I'm trying to, I want to stay within the theme of the channel, but lately it's been very difficult. So, everybody has a different path. Everybody can be judgmental. This should have been done. This could have been done. Whatever. Right now, all those opinions really don't matter right now. I'm trying to go forward from today to tomorrow, and that's literally it. Today to tomorrow. And I know the weather's going to start getting not too conducive with my future. My main goal is to preserve my credit. I don't expect it to get better. I just don't want it to diminish. So if I got to get frostbite, live in my van, whatever I got to do, that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to be happy about it. I'm going to be a grumpy old man. And but anyway, so dementia, I highly suggest, you know, if even if you don't think it's affecting you right now, do a little bit of research. Think, you know, watch some videos, what have you. Not my videos, like just watch like professional videos. Some of the things you might encounter, because eventually you're probably going to encounter somebody who is going to be stricken by this disease. I guess I'm going to call it a disease, you know, this ailment, whatever you want to call it. But anyway, I'm sorry I kind of rambled there for a little bit longer than I wanted to. But dementia, it's not a good thing. Just it's really hard to be patient. It's really, you know, um, I know people are going to have a hard time comprehending to be patient, but like when the repetitive questions come over and over and over, it's really hard to be patient. And you're trying to communicate with the individual with dementia, and it becomes you almost try and like use different tactics or verbiage or whatever to try and get that message across to that individual, and it's very difficult. So my I'm going to work on some. The work future doesn't look real good this week. After that, it looks pretty promising, but that I'll be buried at that point. But so just keep in mind, you know, just like dementia, like don't wait until it happens to you. Maybe just spend a little time with your wife, your husband, what have you, and just, you know, kind of like maybe do a little bit of research. What if this happens? What, you know, where, you know, who can go, you know, what's that old saying? An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, or something like that. Anyway, peace out, folks. I'm sorry I rambled too long. It's just like kind of like on my heart and my soul right now. Peace. Peace out.